Hello and welcome to 5 Minute Math. Today we are looking at the TEKS tool number line. We are solving problems related to TEK 3.7c and we'll do it in 5 minutes or less. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we have a clock here. This is called an analog clock. And the game lasted an hour and 20 minutes. When did the soccer time start? So we need to be very clear that this clock represents the time when the soccer game ended. So I'm going to draw a number line because we can use a number line to look at time intervals. And we are going to have a start time, which is what we're looking for. We're looking for the start time. And then we have the end time. That's what it says the clock shows. All right, so let's see what time this is. Now, we need to look at the hour hand first. The hour hand looks like it's pointing at the 4, but it's not quite 4. You notice it's just a little bit before the 4. And that makes sense because if it were 4 o'clock, it would be right up here, right? That minute hand would be on the 12. And since it's 10 minutes before 4 o'clock, then it's going to be 3 something, all right? So it's going to be 3. That's our first step, is to try to figure out when did the game end? What time does this show? All right, so 3. Now you can either move back from 60 and count by fives, or since this count by fives, you can start at the 12 and kind of move forward. So let's do it that way. So we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Now, what I was saying was another way to do this is you could have started at that 60 is the o'clock, right? You could have gone back 55, 50. If you were comfortable counting backwards by fives, you could have started at 60 because that's the top of the hour. There's 60 minutes in 1 hour. All right, so that's when the soccer game ended. Now, the game lasted 1 hour and 20 minutes. So this is what I suggest we do. It's always best to kind of break this up into chunks. And I always like taking away the hours first and then the minutes second. Sometimes you can add and subtract just like normal, but sometimes if um, if you need to borrow or regroup, you have to use a timeline like this because it doesn't work. So I've got 1 hour. All right, so what I want to do is I want to take my 350 and I want to go back 1 hour. And so I'm going to go back 1 hour, which means I'm not changing the minute hand. You want to change the minutes and the hours separately. So my minutes are going to stay at 50, and my 3 is going to go back to 2. All right, so my 3 goes back to 2. Now I can handle my 20 minutes. And we can see that if I'm going to go from 2, now I can go back 20 minutes from 250 because 50 is larger than 20. The trouble comes when it's like 210 or 215 and you have to go back 20 minutes. We can go back 20 minutes here. So this is 20 minutes. Now in this case, my hour stays the same. My minutes change. My 30 is going to be my answer because that's 20 minutes before 50. If you want, you could do this, right? You could do 50 minus 20 if you needed to do that, and that would have been helpful. Now, in this case, right, 350 is when it ended. It lasted 1 hour and 20 minutes. As long as you're not having to regroup at all, you can subtract, right? So this would be 230. Where this gets strange is if for some reason you need to regroup. So for example, let's say 315 minus 120. The regrouping rules don't work. If you were to do like this, watch, 195. And it doesn't work because there's not 10 minutes in an hour. There's 60 minutes an hour, so it's not base 10. So that's why it's best to use these time intervals. So our answer here is going to be A, the soccer game started at 2:30 p.m.